Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A large grant will be providing some improvements to CUC projects. Also tonight, students give their preference on the new learning structure. And the COVID-19 numbers rise again in the CNMI from incoming passengers. In sports, all good things come to an end. Well, not necessarily. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Great customer rep, always willing to go above and beyond for his customers.
I truly hope she gets noticed at work, since I do see she is a hard worker.
The field technician that visited my home was great and helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Uni, keep it up.
Your customer service is always very good.
Awesome customer service with great technicians that are really helpful.
Thank you so much, Sherlyn and Docomo Pacific.
That's so sweet. It feels good to see this kind of messages because we try our best to do customer service.
We make sure that we will 100% resolve the issues.
For all those people that are seeking assistance,
I just want my customers happy
and help them out each and every day.
I would want to go to a place with someone that's just like me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come to Docomo and you'll feel like you're at home.
It's gonna look a little different in here. Your favorite spot might not be exactly where it used to be. Being next in line might feel a little less like next in line. And our smiles might come with a little extra shine. But McDonald's is ready to take your order as safely as we can.
Pacific Rim, KSPN2 1039 FM, and Mariana's Variety, in collaboration with nonprofit Empty Vessel Ministry Foundation, are looking to bring Christmas cheer to a deserving family with a Christmas surprise on Saipan. Do you know a local family who has fallen on hard times due to illness, financial difficulties, or other trying circumstances? You can now nominate a family by completing the application at ChristmasSurprise.org. Complete rules are available at ChristmasSurprise.org and on Facebook at CNMI Christmas Surprise. Nomination deadline is November 30th, 2020.
Off a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, November 16th, 2020. A huge chunk of money is granted to the CNMI for infrastructure projects. Water and power is a priority. Sally Lemus reports. Over the weekend, CHCC confirmed new positive COVID-19 cases in the CNMI. The individuals were identified through travel screening, where 2 tested positive upon arrival and the other through 5th-day testing. 2 were reported by CHCC over the weekend, and the 3rd was confirmed today. All 3 have been placed in isolated quarantine at Kanoa, and contact tracing has been initiated. According to the COVID-19 update, all 3 individuals originated from a U.S. territory. This brings the total to 103 positive COVID-19 cases in the CNMI since March. A majority of public school students say they prefer online classes versus going back to school. Sally Lemus has the story.
All public schools in the CNMI has opened up for face-to-face instruction, and according to Education Commissioner Alfred Atta, most of their students actually prefer remote learning.
We interviewed our students. 94.7% of them said they are satisfied with the remote learning. And we did ask them why, and there are various reasons. But for the most part, I think it's that convenience and they're in a safe space at home.
Remote learning also has some positive effects on the students.
It really teaches them a lot of responsibility. The teacher puts out a deadline, and then some people, they work either before, or some students probably procrastinate, but the deadline is there. And so the thing is, the beauty about this is that they're being responsible. And if they're not, that's where teachers reach out to parents and principals, and we try to work on a case-by-case basis.
Although most students prefer online classes, a mixed number of parents prefer the traditional full-day schedule in the classroom. PSS will begin discussions on bringing in more students.
We'll be meeting with our principals. We gather data on the attendance. And one thing for sure is we're going to increase the number of 10 or less to however you can retrofit 6 feet away in the classroom.
The target number for this second semester, which begins tomorrow, is 15. Ada says with students who don't come to face-to-face, teachers are really putting in extra effort to take care of them.
The schools have been very good with the students that don't come to the face-to-face. They really call the schools. They go home visits. Those teachers, they work hard. And those principals, they make sure that those students come to class. So we have very, very little cases of students that are just not coming at all. So those are the ones are special cases, and we're working on that, working with them on that.
Reporting for KSPN News, I'm Sally Lemis.
A third batch of tax refunds are being prepared to be sent out to taxpayers in the CNMI. Secretary of Finance David Adelig says 90% of tax refunds have been distributed by the Department of Finance so far.
We still have about 1,000 taxpayers that will be on our next batch and final batch. This is my hope. And this is a total of over $8 million to over close to 11,000 taxpayers that has been released. And this is for 2019 tax refund. The next batch obviously are people that have are flagged for review. So our staff is reviewing and ensuring to make sure that the refunds are accurate enough to go out on our third and final batch.
Adelig says he hopes to have the final batch of tax refunds out to the public by next week. Coming up, the Department of Public Lands provides the citizens of the CNMI a report of the past fiscal year. Check it out after the break.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the CNMI Department of Public Safety.
Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Marianas Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Marianas Trekking, Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com.
Make it special. Make it 360. The best food and views all the way around.
Jose and Pedro were born on the very same day. Jose liked to play sports. Pedro liked to play video games. Jose's favorite word was pass. Pass me the ball. Pedro's favorite word was pass too. Pass me the rice. Jose is retired and has both time and energy. His life is just beginning. Pedro has diabetes, hypertension, and gout. His life could soon end. Eat less, play more, live longer. Brought to you by PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. The Department of Public Lands has provided the public with a report of the operations and finances for the year. Here are the details. It's the Citizen-Centric Report for fiscal year 2020, a way of providing accountability and transparency for the Department of Public Lands.
The legislature passed and it was signed by the Governor, Public Law 2083, which requires and mandates all departments to issue a citizen-centric report, so that it's basically a report to the people, so we can tell them, what's been going on, how we've handled our finances, what our issues were, and what complications we went through, and how we foresee gearing the department for the upcoming year.
This is the second year DPL has released the report, giving citizens an understanding of the department's structure, accomplishments, finances, and economic outlook over the previous fiscal year.
Are one of the departments that commissions an internal financial audit. And so when we do put up our numbers, with exception of fiscal year 2020, because we haven't commissioned the audit for that yet, we're wrapping up 2019. But our numbers are substantiated with an audit. We put a bid out, and it is Deloitte & Touche that's been our auditors. They've won the bid for 4 or 5 years in a row.
The report is broken down into 4 sections, which include DPL's responsibilities, progress, finances, and what to expect from DPL in year 2021. The full report is available on the DPL website and Facebook page. For the list of all citizen-centric reports for the different government departments, visit the CNMI Office of the Public Auditor website. On Guam, construction is a no-go throughout the island due to COVID-19 outbreaks. KUAM reports.
Hafiday CNMI, here's what's making news on Guam. All local construction has been ordered to halt at the close of business on Saturday. Public Health issued the directive Thursday night after 2 of the island's largest contractors reported a significant number of their workers have been infected with the COVID virus. Here's more.
The suspension of all construction projects follows outbreaks at employee barracks at Black Construction and Cortec International. Public Health did not identify the companies, but both Black and Cortec have made separate public announcements within the last 2 days about the positive cases among their H2 workforces. In a news conference Wednesday, Black Vice President and General Manager Leonard Kaai confirmed that 312 employees were infected. And Cortec CEO Conchita Bathan issued a news release Thursday confirming 31 of their employees tested positive. The directive states that, quote, the cases pose a significant danger to the public health of the construction workforce, industries associated with these projects, and the larger community. Immediate action is necessary, it says, to protect against further spread. Both companies said their infected employees are under isolation and are being closely monitored. Only one of the employees is believed to be hospitalized. The directive also applies to military-affiliated construction activities. Joint Region Marianas issued a statement saying it is committed to working with Guam to, quote, implement effective solutions for resumption of essential military construction projects following the current suspension directive. It describes the project as, quote, critical to preserving DoD's ability to defend Guam in the region and to maintain a free and open Indo-Pacific. DoD said it wants to ensure an expeditious but deliberate return of the construction while minimizing risk to DoD contractor employees and protecting the community from the further spread of COVID-19. Public Health plans to conduct site visits of temporary workforce housing. Businesses that refuse to comply may be subject to fines, penalties, and/or the termination of their business licenses. There was no indication of when the suspension will be lifted.
Stay informed 24/7 by checking out KUAM.com or downloading the KUAM News app, available for iOS or Android. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanani.
Coming up, KSPN2 Sports had to change its Thanksgiving plans. No gobble gobble for us this year. That heart-wrenching news next.
Thank you for being here with us.
For finding ways to keep things happening.
For making things feel a lot better.
Thank you.
Energize, realize, feels so good just to be alive. Time's a gift, my time is free. I can spend it on you, you can spend it on me. I can say you'll be blown away by the change you see in me. And I feel alright, dance all night, put a little flavor in my life.
Thank you for staying strong with us.
And for us.
Thank you for always connecting.
For keeping us together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding us
that despite this distance,
we are still better together.
Docomo Pacific, better together.
The Tan Soo Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
Did you know CNMI's coral reefs and seagrass ecosystems are worth about $115 million a year? Coral reefs alone are valued over $100 million a year. All the more reason these precious ecosystems must continue to be protected. Coral reefs are important to the people of the CNMI because they provide traditional and subsistence uses, production of commercial food products, recreational opportunities for a healthy tourist economy, and physical protection from storms. Do not break or collect coral to take home with you. We need them. Corals are living animals, and it takes decades to create reef structures. Planting trees, grass, and shrubs on bare soil helps prevent sediment from entering our oceans. Trees also help fight climate change. Use a rain barrel and collect water from roofs, yards, and paved surfaces. You can help keep storm water on your property and pollutants out of waterways by building a rain garden. The ocean floor isn't a dance floor. Stepping on corals can break them. Maintain buoyancy when snorkeling or diving. Nutrients from excess fertilizer increases algae growth that blocks sunlight to corals. Coral reefs need clean, clear water to survive. Help keep our beaches litter-free. Always take out your own trash and a little bit more. Anchor in sandy areas away from coral and seagrass or use mooring buoys so the anchor and chain do not drag on nearby corals. Reduce, reuse, rethink, repair, refuse, recycle. Do not feed the fish. Do not take or step on coral. Do not collect shells. Do not fish. Help with local tree planting community events, local beach cleanups, and get involved in protecting your watershed. Participate in training or education programs that focus on reef ecology. You can make a difference. Please contact Mina to get involved in community conservation.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live. Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, good news and bad news. One streak will continue, but another one gets the axe. Let's start with the good and finish with the axe. Northern Marianas Athletics says the end of the island relay race is a go. The significance of that is that this will be its 35th consecutive running. And as half the population knows, your 35th birthday is special. The 13.7-mile run from PIC to the last command post uses a team consisting of a mix of 5 runners taking turns running intervals. The other significance of this year's race is Agape Christian Academy will be striving for an unprecedented 6th straight victory. Here's their winning effort last year. Early morning shadows spilled through the jungle onto the coconut finish line, which the Agape A team found first in 1 hour and 25 minutes, 27 seconds. That's good enough for a 5-peat, not a record. It's okay, Pastor Pong says.
It's okay?
Yes.
Well, that gives you something to work for next year.
Well, we will continue to train and continue to this year is a 5th consecutive champion. We will continue until forever.
Kobe Young, call him a repeater.
How you guys feeling about your time? Happy, disappointed? How you feel?
I think we are fine about the time. We really try hard to break the record, but it's okay.
Are you drinking from the cup of success?
I will graduate this year, and I hope future our new runners will come up and to defend for our school. I hope. For myself, I hope if I can go to college, maybe I will continue to run. I don't know.
All right, that was the good news. The bad news, the downright dreadful news is there's no turkey trot this year. That's right, the turkey's dead. The 37th annual run up to Mount Tapachow is a victim of the pandemic. KSPN2 Sports' favorite race will be sidelined this year. All we have now are the memories. Here's the one last year. Competitors gather under a streetlight at Public Works Beach well before sunrise. Registration had to be done by flashlight. It was a day to be thankful. Thankful you're not a turkey.
What a turkey?
I never heard a turkey talk like that.
I'm just thankful we get to do this every Thanksgiving, every year. So more than 10 years running for me.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
What are you happy for this Thanksgiving?
I'm happy for my health and my family.
Only one of them was looking to win 5 in a row, and that would be Keith Lunguski. Keith, how many years in a row have you won?
2, twice a year, and 2.
All right.
5.
All right, this is good. Yo, that's your prediction?
Going for turkey, man.
This way, please.
From lower base, runners ran through Sandog Tassi up Issa Drive to Capitol Hill, where they were greeted by aid stations manned by Northern Marianas Athletics. What we got here? Good morning. What do we got? Turkey juice?
Yeah, turkey juice, man.
Here comes the early bird right here, Keith. Keith opened a huge lead over everybody else just 1 mile into this run. First female to reach Capitol Hill, Kaylee Heath. Mount Tapachow was covered by a heavy cloud, a thick, gusty mist. Keith shines through like a breaking dawn as he races toward the only on Saipan type of finish line.
So this will be today's finish line.
A sustainable finish line.
And it's standard, I've already calibrated. And it is.
You don't think it's too big, do you?
Right here.
Okay, those are rocks.
Right here. Nice, this is your marker.
Prize Butterball turkeys awaited their new owners at the finish line. The temperature, it was in the 60s, freezing by Saipan standards. And that's what cool jackets are for. None nicer than that. Keith comes out of the fog first. Give him one for the thumb. 5 in a row in 39 minutes flat. 5. And he deserved a rest. And there's nothing more comfortable than laying down on cold, wet rocks.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online, and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735. Do you have the flexibility to work out between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m.? At Gold's Gym, we call this off-peak, and it can save you money. Short-term daytime memberships on sale now, just $59 per month, and gets you access to the biggest and cleanest fitness center on island. Get yourself healthy and strong. Check out Gold's Gym today.
Our high today was 90 degrees. The low was 80. The heat index 104 and humidity 72%. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, isolated showers. Winds out of the east 5 to 15, high around 89, low 80, about the same as today. Seas 5 to 7 feet. Sunrise at 6:19, high tide at 9:49 in the morning, low tide 2:51, sunset at 5:44. And that is it for this Monday, a beautiful day here in the CNMI and the Commonwealth. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday evening.